he was looking straight at me. I'll never forget it.
Where does that save rank among your greatest?
It's my best. And a lot of people were criticising me, and it was just another proved you wrong moment.
So this is your cap for the whole tournament, Euro 96?
Scotland, good time. You always need luck in football. If he puts that in, nobody mentions my save.
Yeah.
So there's the luck.
Right, David, we're going to have a look at some of your shirts and caps. Where would you like to begin?
Save the best till last. So we'll begin with this one.
Okay.
That's my 1,000th game shirt from the semi-final against Sheffield United. And I also made a decent save in it as well.
Okay. If you haven't seen the save, you need to go right now and find it somewhere on YouTube. I mean, it's better than a decent save. What are your memories of the save itself? Because it was that famous
a scoop thing, wasn't it? Yeah, and that, I remember we weren't playing very well at the time. We were only 1-0 up. And the ball came in and it ricocheted a couple of times from a corner.
Yeah.
And then Pesky Scalido got a head and shoulder on it. I remember having to dive back, knowing that if I caught it, I would take it over with me, over the line. So then that's why I scooped it out and then threw it out. But yeah, it was special because I was 39 when I made that save.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were criticising me, and it was just another proved you wrong moment.
And what about this bit here?
I know, 1,000th competitive game. Yeah,
Mate,
so...
I was trying to do the maths, thinking it can't be his 1,000th competitive game, because that's not possible.
Yeah. No, well,
that's a lot of games.
I know. Well, I played over 540 for Arsenal. So, there was a lot of games there. And then, everybody thinks life didn't exist before Premier League. And I had also had 7 years in the top division before Premier League.
Where does that save rank among your greatest?
It's my best, because of where I put that, the time that I made it, the importance of it, of the actual game itself. And then we go to the final, I was captain, and that was my last game for Arsenal.
And of course, you're not in the FA Cup final if you don't make the save.
Exactly.
Wearing this shirt.
Yeah.
And the moment where you kind of did the scoop, that was obviously also a really nice bit of improvisation, because I remember seeing it thinking, he's going to get to it, but him and the ball are going to end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly. And I scooped it out. And then you always need luck in football.
Yeah.
And as I scoop it out, Phil Jagielka comes running onto it. It's quite not an easy finish, but he had a clean strike on it, put it straight over the crossbar. If he puts that in, nobody mentions my save.
Yeah.
So there's the luck.
There you go. Right, what next?
We'll go with this one because when I first saw that, as you can imagine, I was like, what the hell is that?
No, you didn't. You swore.
Yeah, I did. and I remember it was on laid down there. I've got red shorts.
Yeah.
And then socks that were like that. And the socks were like a tube of refreshers. I don't know whether you can remember them. And I wore it for the first time in the game. And it was when the players used to line up facing each other. And I've got this kit on. And I can see a couple of the players laughing at my kit.
Who were you playing against?
I can't remember.
And they were laughing at your kit?
And they were laughing at my kit. I was fuming. And then I went into the press afterwards, and the reporter said to me, he says, "Oh, Davey, what do you think of the new kit?" And I went, "It's shit, and you can print it." And they did, and they said, "Oh, David Seaman thinks the new goalkeeping kit is SH, you know what." So
what year is that top from?
So I think this came out in 95/96, and I wore this one in the semi-final against Germany.
Of Euro 96?
Yeah.
And is that the actual jersey that you wore in the semi-final?
Yeah. So it
kind of has...
It's got, and then
good and bad memories.
Yeah, and we lost the shootout,
Yeah.
We know who missed it, but we won't go there.
What's your memory, apart from the miss, what's your memory of being in goal in that shootout?
It's a big game, a real pressure game. But I remember afterwards, I think it was Zola. He scored the winning penalty. And then I remember thinking, oh, we're out. We're out of the tournament now. But then, this feeling of, no, hang on a minute, we've done something really well because of the buzz that we've created with England fans as well.
What did Terry Venables say afterwards?
He didn't say a great deal, because he knew how the lads felt. We know we were so close.
Yeah.
Gaza was that far off knocking it in extra time. When it was golden goal, Darren Anderton hit the post. So we were so close, but we felt that we'd made the country feel proud of us now.
What would make the country feel proud of England at this summer's World Cup?
A win. Because we've sampled We've sampled finals. We've sampled semi-finals. I still feel that they would feel proud, but the win would just be off the charts epic.
I think it has to be a win. If you think about what happened with Gareth, right?
Yeah.
He basically got hounded out of the job and decided the criticism and the pressure was too much, having got England to finals. So getting to a final is not acceptable anymore. So Thomas now has to come in. If he gets to a quarterfinal or a semi-final, what are people going to think? You didn't do what Gareth did.
Yeah.
If he gets to a final, well, so did Gareth and he lost his job.
Yeah. You know, it's like a reality check, by the way, because for fans, because like the standard that Gareth set is so high.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to replicate, never mind move on from that. You know, to actually go and win a World Cup or a Europeans, it's like, we haven't done it for a long time, 66.
I know
you know. So now Tootles, he's been brought in to actually, you know, to win the World Cup. If he doesn't, what happens? You know, where are we then?
You're not a gambling man, but if I asked you to bet your house on England winning the World Cup, would you place it on?
No.
Where would you put it?
What, on which team? Oh, I wouldn't put anything. I wouldn't put any of my houses on a blooming football team. You're joking, aren't you?
Wise decision.
This episode of High Performance is brought to you by Bulldog Skincare. On this show, we focus a lot on the strive to achieve greatness. And one thing that comes up time and time again during those conversations is the importance of doing the right things every day. It's not about those moments that everyone sees. It's about the small things. And Bulldog Skincare know this all too well, which is why they make quality skincare products for men, combining brilliant natural origin ingredients with carefully selected man-made ingredients designed to help you look and feel your best. From training to the trials of everyday life, Bulldog Skincare are supporting everyday skin endurance. In fact, Bulldog are so committed to helping men with their everyday endurance, they're proud to be the official men's skincare partner of Ironman Europe. Bulldog products, from moisturizers to shower gels, are all about helping you prepare, protect, and recover skin from whatever life throws at you, whether you're pushing yourself to the limit in an Ironman competition or just managing the day-to-day. Bulldog Skincare supports your everyday endurance. Find Bulldog Skincare in major retailers and online. Bulldog Skincare understands men.
So this is a cap. This is an actual England cap. So this is what you get when I've got 75 caps, but I haven't got 75 caps. Because this one's got about 5 or 6 teams on it.
So this covers those games.
So this covers
from
the Euro 96.
So this is your cap for the whole tournament, Euro 96.
Yeah, so I've got Holland, Switzerland, Scotland, good times. Spain, even better times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the tournament there. Then you get these. That's what's called your heritage cap. So that's the number I was the 1007th player to play for England. So 1007, and no, it's not my pin code.
It's pretty good having 007 on your England cap.
There you go. I was quite happy with that, if I'm honest.
What was your memory of your first ever game for England?
So my first game was Saudi Arabia away when I made my debut.
Glamorous.
Right? Gets better. Flew out on Concorde.
Did you?
Yeah, because England was sponsored by British Airways, so we fly out on Concorde. I play my game in Saudi. Come back, because it was my debut, England had a sponsorship with Ford, and I got a brand new XR3 to drive around for a year.
And if anyone under the age of 40 is wondering what is an XR3i, it was like the car to have.
Weren't it? I know.
Oh, if you had an XR3i, you were like winning at life.
And I just got one just through playing for England. I was like, I like playing for England.
And what happened in the game? Did you play well?
We drew 1-1.
That's not a great result, though, against Saudi Arabia for England.
But I remember, the biggest thing I remember is, because it was nighttime, floodlights and everything, the size of the bugs that were flying around the pitch was like incredible. I was like, whoa! As they were like flying.
Which is not good when you wear it.
No, I wasn't quite wearing this one, but this one is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Because I've got great memories with this. Obviously, it's the Euro 96 shirt. The first one that I wore, just wore that one once. I wore this against Scotland when I saved McAllister's penalty, and I also wore this when we beat Spain, and I saved a penalty in the shootout.
This is the actual shirt.
Yeah.
You see, for me, this is a big moment.
This is the one from the shootout.
Yes, I was like 18 at that time, and I remember first time in a bar with my mates watching an England tournament, and you wearing this is like it's quite a special moment.
It is. It's just great memories, and even like the shootout of straight away. I think of seeing Stuart Pearce walk up to take a penalty, I was like, no, not Stuart. You know, because of the history from the World Cup. You know, but
bang,
then,
straight in it went.
No, yeah. You know, then he was screaming, and when he was actually screaming, like, come on, he was looking right at me, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, it was great memories of that.
Until this moment now, like everyone else in the country, I thought he was just looking at the fans, giving it, come on, telling them, like.
Yeah.
But he
was looking straight at me. I'll never forget it. And then he carried it on, and then went to the fans, you know, and it was like this moment for me where I was like, all right then, because I'd never had this feeling when he started walking forward and I saw him, I was like, oh my God, you know, straight away, you think back to the World Cup, and I've never wanted anyone to score a penalty more than when he walked up.
And what did it do for you when he looked straight at you, giving it the big?
It gives you a little bit more confidence,
you
know, and I'll go out there, and then I think it was like the second one afterwards that I saved. I didn't quite realise, if I'm honest, that it was the winning penalty, because you can tell, like, I make the save, I save it like that, and I go down, and as I'm getting up, I see all the lads starting to run towards me, and then I'm like, yeah.
So there's all of us at home, fully aware of what this penalty means, and the actual man facing the penalty.
Like, just do my job, just stop it.
Yeah, just stop the ball. Stop the ball. And what do you think of the current crop of England goalkeepers?
They're good. You know, at least we've got a good crop now that are playing in the Premier League. You know, Jordan obviously is by far England's number one. My only concern is that if he gets injured, then we're calling up people like Dean Henderson, who hasn't got many caps.
Yeah.
And they've got Trafford there, who's
not played a lot of football
one
this
or two.
season.
Yeah, not played all season, just played a few cup games. But in Jordan, we've got a goalkeeper there that's been there and done it. You know, so he's got great experience. He's got a really totally different style, you know, of being a goalkeeper, but it's what works for him. You know, there's a style of being a goalkeeper that's totally different to mine, totally different to Peter Schmeichel's, different to Peter Cech's.
Yeah.
You know, so there's different styles of goalkeeping.
But it works, doesn't it? He brings that to the team.
Yeah, he brings the best.
Amazing. Listen, thank you so much for letting us have a look at your shirts. And fingers crossed for England at the World Cup.
Pleasure, mate.
Top man.
Thank you.
Cheers, pal.